Good morning, everyone, and good evening for anybody who's joining in from US, which is primarily Brian. We're super excited about this session today, which is about Oracle Field Service. Today, this session is actually co-hosted by Oracle along with SoftCloud, which is our platinum partner for Oracle Field Service and few other CX products. And they'll be talking about how AI is being leveraged to improve the overall efficiency of a field service agent using Oracle Field Service, and they will also be doing a demo. So anybody who's interested in how a field agent who's out there in the field doing a repair or doing any kind of collection or installation or delivery of the collection sample or any kind of a asset based service, you're at the right spot. So feel free to pop in your questions. We have the right folks from the panel who will be able to answer all your questions. So we have from the Oracle side, we have Mok Sharma and Sagar Mehta who will be assisting you with any kind of questions you have. Plus on the panel today, we people who will be talking through. We have Prasad Nair and Deepa along with me from Oracle. But then from on the SoftCloud side, we have Brian, who will be leading the discussion along with Ankit. We have Vinay and we have Bala as well. So feel free to ask any questions you have and look forward to having a very interactive session. Okay, if we can go to the next slide. Broadly, the agenda which we'll be covering today is first, we'll be just talking about, I'll take you through the what is that Oracle has to offer and broadly in the CX stack. Then there will be an introduction of Oracle Field Service, which will be done by Prasad. Then Brian and Ankit will be taking us through AI and Gen AI Oracle Field Service features. They will also do a demo around how Oracle Field Service works. And then in the end, as the time permits, if you have any time, you're more than welcome to ask any questions you have. But don't refrain yourselves. Ask any questions you have, pop it up in the chat, and we should be able to answer. Now, to begin with, I'll give you a little perspective of how Oracle CX works. Now, Oracle CX comes with the perspective that we touch every aspect of a front office where a customer actually engages with an organization. And this is when a customer is looking to buy a product or looking to avail your service, which is where marketing comes in. So every aspect where a lead actually gets nurtured, how we actually deliver certain kind of a content, how do we ensure that the lead is kind of getting matured so that we have a right kind of messaging for that lead. Going all the way to the bottom right, which is the commerce side of it, where we have the entire storefront, whether that's a B2B side or a B2C side. How do we manage the entire experience on the headless front so that we have a right mid layer kind of an experience so that the customer is getting the right product and able to search to the right product and moves in from a leads into a conversion. Then on the top right, we have sales, which is where we manage the entire sales engagement, which is done by the sales agent, where we help them automate their entire sales journey. We give them assistance around how do they manage the entire lead, convert it into an opportunity, and drive it towards closure. And once the closure happens, on the left bottom, we have service, where we manage the entire digital service, we manage the entire agent-based service, and the field service, which we'll be talking about today. So with that, I would not take too much of a time talking about other aspects of it because the focus is around field service. I'll hand it over to Prasad to take us deep into what field service has to offer. Prasad, over to you.
Thank you, Ashish. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to this call again. So I'll be taking you through what field service has to offer and why field service is important as a product. Right before that, I'm just going through the safe harbor statement. I'll be talking a few things that might not be in the product right now and is in the roadmap. So safe harbor applies for that. It's not any commitment and it is subject to change in future. All right, so starting off, Oracle Field Service, as she just mentioned, it's a robust end-to-end field service solution in the sense that it manages all kinds of field personnel, parts usage equipment, which enables technicians and customers to meet SLA requirements all throughout the day. And the field service is someone, field resource is someone who would, I'm sorry. Yeah, field resource is someone who gets into the customer side to on the field to have any kind of activity with respect to the asset, maybe maintenance, installation, repair, and so on. That's field resource, and our solution also supports a use case where the field resource is actually not traveling, but the asset comes to the resource, and that's the depot kind of task. So all of that is supported by a unified offline capable Android and iOS app that we have. When I say unified, it means that everything that field service, the Oracle field service has to offer, can be accessed based on permissions on a single app. So a dispatcher can have his own view. The technician can have his own view, all within the same app. It's offline capable as well. So when technicians move to areas where there is less internet, it just works seamlessly. Again, because of all of that, it improves their worker productivity. We'll see some examples of that as well. We've had customers reporting huge increase in productivity as well as customer satisfaction. And because of this, we do leverage supply chain processes like inventory tracking and warranty, so that it improves asset uptime and lifespan. So that's kind of a brief overview of what Oracle Field Service is. And this is where we are. So we present in 57 countries, so we support 23 languages. The scale of our operations says that we're routing 4 million appointments per hour, and routing is our the heart of the system, which actually gives routes activities to technicians. So we do 4 million appointments per hour. It's natively built, so it was originally built on the cloud. It leverages AI and ML technology that we'll see in the future slides. It's just available all the time, 24/7, zero time, so zero downtimes. It's just available all the time. It's a single office, a single application, as I said, for the back office as well as field resources. It's permission based, so you see what you need to see. Gartner. So we've been a leader for 11 years in a row. That's something that only Oracle Field Service can boast about. And we've seen 97% customer satisfaction on the usage of our product. Again, we have exceptional customer enablement process, which after you're a customer of ours, you will see that it's we hold your hand all through the process with at different levels that we have. All right, so just a glimpse into what the specific things Oracle Field Service has to offer for the mobile worker on the site. So just a few of them. So I'll just go through them very quickly. There's crew management, which helps teamwork. If you have multiple people working on a single job, it's all supported out of the box. It helps automated scheduling, jeopardy management, visibility into the asset and the routes of other crews. Diagnose and repair, you have access to knowledge and collaborate with other people natively within the app, so that the activity is completed successfully and on time on the first visit. Data capture and accuracy, it includes when the technician is on site, he needs to capture the barcodes, image of the asset to be serviced, capturing the signature and validate all of it, capture the coordinates and all of that. Everything is done in a very seamless way, so that the technician doesn't click too many times, and basically is most of the time is actually utilized in doing the work and not feeding in data into the system. We have a great integration with the parts and inventory. So we have the parts catalog. It's easy to search for nearby parts. If a technician doesn't have a part, he can just search for part nearby by other technicians, get to the warehouse and get his job done, again reducing the number of truck rolls and increasing customer satisfaction. Booking additional workers, if the technician is online and he sees there's something else that needs to be done, not right now, but in future there's a follow-up activity that needs to be created, he can just do it on the fly, again based on permissions. Debrief is it's kind of recording what was done by the technician. Again, it's a standard plugin. It's plug and plays. You can just use it out of the box, where technicians can enter their parts and labor, warranties, discount applied, so that everything is recorded and goes back to the source system. Again, no coding required, because it's out of the box plugin over there. We have configurable forms and workflows. Basically, everything that you see in field service is configurable. So anyone who has access to field service will see only that data that he or she is supposed to access, whether it is permissions for forms or workflows and who sees what, which screen, all of it. So that's how this just one unified application can be used by everyone in the organization who's involved with field service. Differentiator as well, it's we have a fingerprint of every technician, as in not literally, but we know exactly how much time each technician is going to take to complete a job, and exactly how much time a technician is going to travel and will need to travel from point A to point B when the routes are created. Actually, even before the routes are created, while the activity is booked, we do have sophisticated algorithms to estimate the time that would require a technician to reach that destination. So all of that feeds into our routing algorithm, and that is why we are able to predict exactly down to the minute at what time a technician is expected to arrive at the customer location, and that's a differentiator. It's time based, it's predictive, it's self learning based. Basically, it means that it keeps learning as in when we get more data coming into the system, and it's obviously fully configurable as I just mentioned. So those are the key differentiators that we have. It's connected to the Oracle Fusion stack out of the box. So we have out of the box accelerators connected to Oracle HCM service, service logistics, inventory maintenance. A couple of them are in the pipeline, but you'll soon see them going live. But most of them are already live, and so it's just connected to all of the related systems in Oracle out of the box. And then obviously, because we have this capability of API and Oracle Integration Cloud, it can extend to any system. So we have customers using very different six systems for their backend, and it just works seamlessly across. All right, and this is a snapshot of what customers that we have. So as you can see, we have customers in every single vertical that you can think of who might require any kind of field service. So I'm just not going through all of them, but just to highlight a few of them. In the top left, you see Dish. When once they started implementing it, we see they've reported a 93% reduction in their planning and dispatch workforce. It went down from 900 to 85. So that's a huge cost saving there. It is there's 15 they see 15% increase in tech productivity, 40% reduction in call center calls. So there's I mean, saving a lot of money over there as well. 55% reduction in tech overtime, and actually 10% reduction in the miles that they're covering. So techs are traveling lesser, doing more work, and doing less overtime. Or all in all, it's a win-win situation. Similarly, you go to some of the other customers like Rico. They've reported 20% reduction in drive time, 47% increase in daily jobs completion by the technicians. The same set of technicians are doing 47% more work. Again, cost optimizing cost over there, and maximizing results. You see Virgin Media over there. They've reported 15% decrease in travel time, 97% on time delivery after using a solution, 18% increase in customer satisfaction. So their customers are have increased satisfaction after they've started using field service. And obviously fields and field service pays itself over and above what the cost is. For example, we have a telecom in US who've reported 17.6 million savings annually. These are again just some numbers to highlight that because you give 30% increase in SLA compliance, 45% improvement in worker and scheduler ratio, 20% reduction in unnecessary visits. So basically, you don't have to visit. It reduces or it increases the number of first time things that you do because of the enablement that you provide. Reduction of no shows, because the communication between customers and the field technicians are much more transparent. It has 50% reduction in where is my mobile resource calls. That's after the implementation of a feature called Where's My Tech, where the end customer can actually see the technician moving towards his site. And 75%. So these 75% reduction over time. So these are all overall general figures, which our customers who've been using our system for quite some time have experienced. So that's the whole point. Field service pays itself multifold on its own. Well, just to have a glimpse on the roadmap, we investing very heavily on it. As you can see, it's just again not all of it's not a comprehensive list, but just a few tidbits on them. The main focus we looking forward to is customer centricity, worker first era, agility, adaptability, artificial intelligence, and extensibility. So that's our main theme that we've kept in mind while designing this roadmap. We have a few items on knowledge management, AI capabilities, which will help using LLM support, getting the 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 sorry the knowledge excerpts and chatbot as well. So the same thing that chat gpt kind of thing that does. Then we have multimedia initiative where you can capture multiple images integrated with cloud storage. You have the we have enhancements to the installed applications with live mobile notifications getting into Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, so that technicians can work while they are on the move. And then again, we keep investing into our core routing optimization and statistics with optimizing the key configuration, automatically detecting travel areas for routing assignments, better visibility with dashboards. We coming up with banners in various my technician where customers can have customized banners to upsell and enhance their brand recognition. And we have again investing in collaboration initiatives where you can we're integrating with third-party conferencing like Zoom, Teams, we having AI to summarize chats, and getting in analytics and so on. So you see, there's a bunch of things that are going on in this product because yeah, we are investing very heavily on it. So that's kind of what I had, and I'll probably stop here in the interest of time and hand it over to uh, Brian, I suppose.
Thank you, Prasad. I appreciate the opportunity and good morning to everyone. It's good to have you join us. What we're going to do now is we're going to really take you through a little bit more of how the field service application works as it pertains to customers, and then we'll show you a live demo as well. I'm Brian Friedman. I'm the GVP of Sales at SoftClouds. We are a US-based implementation partner for Oracle. We're coming up on our 20th year in business, and we've been an Oracle partner ever since then. We're based in San Diego, California. We have a very large sales and implementation presence in India as well. So we've talked a bit about what field service is and how it works. And so what we're going to do as we're going through this, we're going to pop up a number of polling questions as well. Feel free to answer these as the questions come up, and we'll tally your responses as we go along. So the service, field service includes various things like installing, repairing, maintaining equipment. What we try to do with the field service application is we want to make sure that we're using a modern way to work with customers, work with the field service technicians, make sure that everyone is living in a happy place in terms of how they get serviced and things work with them. So what you can see is that field service is a very rapidly growing uh, application. Currently, the field service market is about $4.2 billion, and that's going to be growing up to about 12.2 billion in the next 10 years. And what you can see is that the reason why field service is so important is that it allows different individuals, whether it's the field service technician or the customer, to be serviced better, to be able to handle their day-to-day operations. And what we can see, and what Prasad talked about, is there's a number of different components to the field service application. When we get into the demo, you'll be able to see more about this and how that actually works. But we'll show you a number of the different things that technology and the artificial intelligence does. Number of companies need field service and benefit from the use of field service. Prasad showed a number of different companies who are currently customers of the Oracle Field Service application, and you can really see how anyone that has field technicians or mobile people in the field can benefit from the use of a field service application. And as we start to add AI into this, you can also see greater methods of improvement, whether it's in routing, whether it's in service, whether it's in predictive analytics, any number of things that really benefit from the use of AI. And we did mention this before, but Oracle has always been a leader in the field service. And so what we've done is we see that Oracle continues to be. So what happens then is that the Oracle Field Service application has consistently been one of the highest ranking field service platforms. And as we look at this, what we see is that Oracle Field Service is providing various different ways for that field service is a cloud-based management solution, and it does have, as Prasad said, a number of predefined integrations with different CX platforms. So traditionally, we look at field service as a way for the customer to interact with the call center agent, who in turn dispatches a technician, and the technician goes out and performs the task. SoftClouds views this a little differently. And specifically, what we're going to talk about, besides the way in which the work order management takes place, the different things that happen in the field service application, we're going to focus a bit on the third block, which is quoting and invoicing. And what we're doing is we're showing you how we can take these field service technicians and turn them from individuals who are a cost center to become a revenue producing individual out in the field dealing with customers. And we do that through upsell and cross sell of products. So we're going to briefly talk about how AI is involved. And in this, we can use AI, for example, to troubleshoot and provide repair assistance. One of the customers that we implemented Oracle Field Service for has a internet-enabled an IoT device which dispenses beverages in customers' locations. These are constantly being monitored, and the device itself lets the field service platform know if there's a service issue or if there's a need to refill different components of the beverage machine. So what we're doing is we're using IoT, we're using AI to really make this a seamless way in which the service is being provided to that customer. We can also share knowledge. And so one of the things is you want to make sure that the field technician who goes out is able to perform the service when they're in the field, when the first time they're there. By being able to share knowledge, whether it's through a knowledge base or interfacing with other field service technicians, we're able to really make sure that it's a very efficient use of time when the field service agent goes out to the field. And AI assistants really allow for the peer-to-peer collaboration and the way in which different people can communicate and talk to the platform and talk to each other. So in doing that, we're really able to come up with a better way of communicating, of transacting the conversation. Yeah, if you can move on to the next slide. And also, what we're also going to show you when we get into the demo is how we use AI for optimized scheduling and routing. And what that allows us to do is to make sure that we send the proper technician out to perform a task. And we also make sure that we send the technician who's the most able and the closest to the place that we're going to. So all of that really helps us be more efficient. And then we can also keep the customer continuously informed what's going on when the technician is there, whether they're going to be delayed, something like that. Next slide, please. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move into a live demo of the field service application. And I'll turn this over to my colleague Ankit, who will walk you through what the field service application looks like. And next slide. So what we're going to do as we go through this is we're going to take you through a journey that shows you how the field service application works, from initiating a field service call to creating a service request, creating the work order, setting up the routing, sending out the technician, and then the unique piece that I was talking about earlier, which is the bottom block, is really where we use the field service technician to upsell and cross sell while they're in front of the customer. And what you'll see here is we're able to do real time quoting and sales transactions while the field service technician is there. So, with that, we'll stop sharing and we'll turn this over to Ankit for the demo.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So here the use case is that customer is going to create a service request via phone call. He'll call the agent and provide the description about the issue. And if the support is not able to resolve the issue, then the work order will be created and the respective field technician will be assigned a work order. Okay. So here, let's say that I'm a customer and I'm going to call to the call agent, customer support. So being an agent, I'm going to accept the call. Mhm. So you can see that the details of the customer is coming, like the first name, last name, owner. Okay. And if I go to the service request tab, so these are all the service request that has been created for this particular customer. Okay, so we are now going to create a service request. So this is a Fusion service application, but this can be your Siebel application as well, which we can integrate with the field service. So let me just quickly fill the details. So this is going to be assigned to the customer service representative. And this is via phone. So we have filled the required information. Okay. Now you can see the details here, but let's say that the customer service representative is not going to solve it as an L1, so he is going to escalate and pass it and create a work order for this service request. So this work order, once generated, is going to be applied to the fields, is it going to be integrated with the field service, and then I can switch to the field service application. I'm just going to create a work order here. So you can see that work order 1035 has been created. Okay. Now I am quickly moving to the field service application. So this is a dispatcher profile, dispatcher or administrator, you can see. Okay. So here, once the dispatcher is going to log in, so let me quickly show you the. Okay. So you can see that this particular service request has been created. What we have done it from the Fusion service application by creating a service request. So this work order has been assigned here to the field service application. Okay. Now dispatcher once logged in can see the list of technician, how many activities have been assigned to them or what is the status. So This color coding, you can see this pending application or yellow. So all these can is like a customizable one. So if an activity is going to be completed, it will be shown as green and completed. If it is if it is getting started, then it might be a blue in color. So we can customize those things based on the requirement from the customer. And basically this is going to show to the dispatcher what is the availability of the respective technician, how many tasks has been assigned to them. Okay, so once the activity has been assigned, once the activity has been created, so there are two ways. Either dispatcher based on the preference can assign it manually to a technician based on the work skill and the location. But if there are bulk activities that has been assigned and that needs to be distributed among the different technicians, then in that scenario we have a routing feature in the system. So what routing does, based on three conditions: the geographical location, availability of resource, and the work skill. Okay, so as Brian mentioned about AI, so here that AI works when we run the routing rule, we set up the automatic routing. So based on those three criterias, the respective work order will be assigned to a technician automatically. Okay, so two features, either drag and drop and manually assign, or the second thing is run the routing rule and the respective activities will be assigned to the technician. So let me quickly show you the routing feature here. Okay, so this optimized travel time routing is like let's suppose that one technician is very near to the site. Okay, then that activity will be assigned to him rather than other technician that will be 15 miles or 30-40 kilometers away from the site, that will take time to reach to the site. Okay. You can see that we have run this routing rule, and this routing rule is also going once your system is in place, like you are using this field service application for 6-8 months and it is a stable system, then you can see that how much savings you are going to do via routing and assigning the technician automatically based on the three features. Okay, so it is going to show those things as well, the total savings, uh, instead of all anything manual. And here the report is saying that the particular activity has been assigned to one of the technician called Christine because of his availability and time zone where he is. So the activity has been assigned to Christine. Okay. I will quickly switch to the, just for a moment, I will quickly switch to the technician. So you can see Christian is my technician, and after running the routing rule, two activities has been assigned to Christian. Okay. Now let me get back to the dispatcher profile. So we have covered this routing part. This is one of the main advantage of this field service application. So we have another thing called, which is one of the major feature called forecasting. Okay. So forecasting is basically to analyze the historical data or forecast the workload and plan capacity based on your data analysis. So let's say you can use this forecasting to estimate whether your workforce is sufficient to meet the demand. Okay. So during some advertising campaigns during the Christmas time or holiday time, okay, if you are going to have some offers, so this is going to tell that last year when we ran the campaign, so what was the demand? Were we able to create the demand, or for this year do we need any surplus amount of resources to fulfill the demand? Okay, so this is one of the major advantage of this forecasting feature. And through this graph, you can see that how the demand is getting met, getting meet on a daily basis, and there is a spike, that is an increase in the demand, then a sudden drop, and then it is going constant. So with this graph as well, we can analyze how the demand is, what is the demand, and do we need to improve our workforce, or we are good with the amount of resources or the technicians we have to fulfill the demand. Okay. At the same time, so we have the analytics and dashboards here. So that is going to tell the dispatcher that what is the progress of the activity on a daily basis or a monthly basis. How many resources are active, or is there anyone on a PTO or holiday? So all those things can be shown in the graph in this analytics dashboard. Okay. Then I can quickly move to the technician profile. Okay, so let's say this activity B, technician has completed activity A. Now he has been assigned activity B. So this en route is basically going to tell that how much time technician is going to take to reach to the activity, to the site from the location where he is. And based on that, in the PPT we have also mentioned that we have a feature called where is my technician, so that the customer can easily track the location, the movement of the technician, that how much time it is going to show, because map is going to show the exact time and the exact location of the customer, of the technician to the customer. Okay, so here in this case you can see that it is going to take 10 minutes for the technician to reach to the site. So we are so the customer is also going to get the email notification about the movement of the technician. So there would be a link that will come to the mail that where is my technician, and once the customer will click on that link, it is going to show they will be able to track the technician. So once I'll get it, get the email notification, I'll open and show that part. Okay, so let's assume that technician has reached, and it is going to take although it is going to take 9 minutes, but let's assume that he has reached to the site and he has started working on the activity. So first and foremost part here is what technician needs to do is fill the safety checklist form. Until and unless this safety checklist form will be taken care, technician won't be able to start the activity, because this is the mandatory part, that he's going to acknowledge that there is no hazard into the site, and that site is and he can work on the site. Once this part is done, so okay, now I have got the email notification. Let me quickly show that where is my technician link and how does it work. This is also customizable, so let me just open it. Okay, so map is going to be load. So Christine is 7 minutes away, and he's on the way and arriving in about 7 minutes. So service address, the image of the technician and the logo, everything is here. And since Christine is not traveling currently, once if it is like a real time one, then it is going to show the movement of the technician, that he is traveling and about to reach. So all these things can be captured here in the where is my technician. Okay. Now let's say that technician has reached and started the activity. So he has gone for the repair purpose. Okay. So 3 months back, let's say that the door window sensor has been installed. 5 door window sensors has been installed, and one of them is not working. So he has gone to review and repair it. Meanwhile, while doing the repair, he find out that there are some good offers going on into the door window sensor, and he can show the offers, and and he can identify that there is a need to install two, three more door window sensors to the to the customer location. So he's going to ask that we have some smart secure products offers going on. So are you interested in the products? And if customer is saying yes, we are interested, and just let us know the offers. Then in that scenario, these are the ongoing offers on the products like the motion detector, the Google Nest Cam, doorbell, smoke detector. So they are interested in this door window sensor. Okay. So from this, the technician went for the repair purpose, but now he is acting as a sales rep as well. Uh, so he's going to show, he has shown them the offer, and now if the customer is interested, he can create the code from the system itself. Okay. So this is Oracle CPQ. So you can see that the product is door window sensor, and the product cost is this based on the calculation. So 38% discount has been applied, and it is now costing only $15. Okay, all the required information are coming here. So what he needs to do is he has created the code, submitted the code. So there are two ways: either generate the proposal and show it to the customer. So this is the proposal that the item number is door window sensor. This is the description, quantity one, and the unit price. Okay. So this is how he has generated. So the proposal has been generated, and at the same time, this proposal can be sent via email to the customer. Okay. So once we have the email address and all those things, so the proposal will be sent as a PDF to the attachment in the email. Okay. Okay. So in the bottom, you can see that the new opportunity has been created. The new quotation ID is visible here, and and the customer has also acknowledged that the quote has been created by the field tech. Okay. Now back to this activity. So this quotation has been created, but he is still working on this repair process, and let's assume that the repair has been completed. Okay. And so he has done with activity B. Now, so this is the map where we can see that the number of activities that uh, technician has been taken care. So now ABC activity has been completed, and the activity D has been left for the technician. So from this particular point till activity D, so technician, so that can also be through the map. It can be seen that from this particular location to this particular location, the number of activities that technician is going to do. Okay. And also the percentage of activities, like if we go to the activities, so one activity is en routed, two activities are closed for the technician, and one is cancelled. And one major feature, the collaboration feature is here. So as per the collaboration feature, so field tech can also have a chat with the technician. Okay. Or there could be a group chat and all those features here. So let's say this is the technician, and this is a dispatcher. Okay, so technician needs some help from the dispatcher, or he wants to know the nearby technicians because he's not having those equipments which is needed for the repair or installation. Then here we have the collaboration feature. Okay. if I come here to the manager or dispatcher profile, so you can see that a two-way chat going on between the dispatcher and the technician. So I think, Brian, should we go with the question answer round because we are short of time?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Ankit. So, we do appreciate the opportunity to show you this today. What you saw has a number of different functions and features that are not usually seen as part of the field service application. Specifically, what we're showing in the quoting and the way in which the field service technician can act as a revenue generating agent as opposed to just a field service technician itself. So, if you are interested in learning more about field service, please feel free to reach out to your Oracle representative. We'd be happy to show you this demo and show you some other ways in which field service can work for you to help your specific business and your specific business needs become more efficient and more profitable. So, with that, I will take just a moment and stop. If you do have any questions that you'd like to ask of the Oracle team or of us SoftClouds, please put them in the chat. We'll wait for just a minute and see if anyone has any questions. And while we're doing that, for the Oracle team, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Brian, I would like to add one more thing. We have missed the mobile application part.
Okay. Would you like to go back and show that,
So,
Ankit, or just talk about it?
yes. So can I quickly share my mobile application as well?
So with that, again, if there are any questions, please feel free to put them in the Q&A feature. In terms of us, SoftClouds, we have done many field service implementations. We have a lot of expertise in all of the CX applications that Prasad mentioned at the beginning of the conversation. And we really do look forward to an opportunity to work with you to help you understand more about Oracle Field Service or any of the Oracle CX products that might be of interest to you. And with that, I'd like to thank you for attending this morning. We appreciate it. Sorry for the various technical difficulties we had, but hopefully it gave you an opportunity to learn more about the Oracle Field Service application and how it might be able to benefit you. So again, thank you for joining us and have a pleasant day.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining in.